two Andys in welcoming you to what promises to be another extremely memorable RAF Cosford Airshow with some tremendous international participation and, of course, the very best of the Royal Air Force's home team.
Local to Oxfordshire area, there's a little bit in the southeast, southwest, and then in 1965 they displayed with the Royal International Air Tattoo. And the RAF was so impressed what they saw at the time, bear in mind parachuting, let alone display, and you can start to see that smoke. Ready, set, go! And the aircraft team, they're all the way making their way to 120 miles an hour. It takes around 5 to 10 seconds to reach that. So just prior to them reaching that speed, they'll all operate their parachutes, given the 3,000-foot drop height today. Everyone's underneath their canopies, and you can see the team coach. He's just done a 180-degree turn, he's turning that white smoke. Everybody else above him is now going to be performing what we call the collect. That's going to allow everyone in the team to form that loose, non-contact canopy stack above the team coach. He's now going to complete a left 90-degree turn, and he's going to keep his eye on the DZ and communicate with everybody in the stack above him. You know the reason how difficult it is to maintain that canopy stack, ladies and gentlemen? Certainly the guys at the top are going to be on their front rises. In order for them to maintain that position as they pull down on their front rises, it's effectively doing a pull-up. The top 2 or 3 guys are probably going to be doing that for the majority of the descent. So imagine going into the gym, holding a pull-up for 3 to 4 minutes. And they're going to keep listening to that team coach as they make their way down to the DZ. Let's listen to him now. In the DZ, please. 7. Turning left 90 on point downwind leg. Now, do we short now? Yeah, so that's the team coach to turn left onto his downward leg, and he's asking what the winds are on the ground. So we're getting 7 knots, so they will get some penetration as they turn back in. Then we have Sergeant Sean Kilkenny, Sergeant Chris West, Sergeant Shane Phipps, Sergeant Brooke Steppins, and the officer commanding 2019 Falcons, Flight Lieutenant Michaela Harrison. Give them a big round of applause as they make their way into land, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic job. Not a lot of time in the sky in order to maintain that canopy stack.
Home base is RAF Castle Bromwich. They then moved to RAF Shawbury, an airfield that's certainly part of the team here for the air show. Then they moved to Cosford for a short period initially, back in 1978, and have been there ever since. One of 15 university air squadrons around the country. Of course, there's no obligation if you become a member of the UAS to then join the Royal Air Force, but many do exactly that, and there's a very wide range of experience inherent in the crews of these aircraft, because both of them have got an instructor and a student from UBAS on board for their display today. Leading is the officer commanding of the squadron, Squad Leader Craig Finch. He's a former Royal Navy Submarine Sea King helicopter pilot and instructor, transferred over to the RAF in 2003 towards the runway. Towards the left-hand side, there is an area we call the RAF Village, packed full of RAF aircraft and all sorts of various displays. And there is a tutor on the ground there for you to have a look at. And next to it is an aircraft that in certain roles will be taken over from the tutor, that aircraft being the prefect. About it, it's my pleasure to hand you over to the shooting display manager, Flying Officer Nick Humphreys.
Thank you very much, Andy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're about to experience 2019 Royal Air Force shooting display. We're very excited to be back on the circuit, displaying the mighty graph all over the UK. So be sure to stay updated throughout the season by following us. You look out to
arriving to the right-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it gives me great pleasure for our year to present the Royal Air Force 2019 Ricardo display. That distinct noise you'll hear throughout the display is the uprated Garrett CPE turboprop. This year's display is supported by Babcock International Group to provide engineering and ground support to the Royal Air Force Tucano fleet at its home in RAF Little News in Yorkshire. And the team's thanks go out to them helping us to make this year's display possible. As he dives down for some energy, he'll be coming up to the start of the lead where he will keep upside down at a height of 2,300 feet. Trying to display pilot, I've already mentioned this line, Liam is known in the military as a skivvy qualified flying instructor, meaning he demonstrated above average flying ability during his flying training and was selected at an early stage to become a flight instructor. As Liam pulls up, he's nodding to the left, to the right, and he'll dive back down towards the crowd centre to get some energy, straight quarter clover back onto the display line. Companies for their support this year. A special thanks go out to Brightly, Mountain Equipment and Osprey Europe. The Tucano now at the end of its service has served 30 years with the #1 flying training school, the oldest military flying school in the world. As it finishes its final year of service, the Texan T1 aircraft is working up to replace the Tucano as part of the new UK military flying training system and will fly out of RF Valley in North Wales. Demonstrating a high level of handling skill, Liam will now complete a slow roll as he passes in front of you. This is one of many manoeuvres taught to all students as they progress through basic fast jet flying training, and this teaches young aviators the handling skills required to appreciate the complexities involved when dynamically manoeuvring an aeroplane. Before, as you saw the Grub Tutor display. The Grub Tutor, which is the starting point for fast jet flying, both Liam and I flew during our time as air cadets and during our own military flight training. Now the UK military is working on brand new aircraft as part of the new UK military's world-class flying training system, UK LFTS. As Liam runs away from the crowd, I'd just like to give a big thanks to Mai and his families who are here today. As Liam now falls around the sky, he is performing a maximum performance turn, pulling 4.5 G. As he passes back in front of you, he'll be pushed into the seat with the force of nearly half a ton. This is another example of a manoeuvre taught to all students at BFJT, allowing them to appreciate how to fly an aircraft to its maximum performance. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your cameras panned on the aircraft as he appears to hang at the peak of his stall turn. And I joined the Royal Navy after my A-level studies. Now, fairly early in both our military careers at the ages of 27 and 24, we have the opportunity. Ladies and
gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been a pleasure to talk to you today, and I hope you've enjoyed watching the display as much as Liam has enjoyed flying it for you. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Cosford, and we look forward to meeting as many of you as we can at our team stand located in the RAF. An aircraft that's already a combat veteran, deployed many places around the world on operations. As Ben and I mentioned earlier, it's the aircraft that remains our quick reaction alert.
He's just called running in, and here he comes indeed from our right, the Royal Air Force Eurofighter Typhoon FGR-4. Moment of the display in which Jim didn't have afterburner on the two Eurojet EJ200 turbofan engines. Engage, those engines can power this aircraft to a speed in excess of Mach 2, so more than twice the speed of sound. It's also able to do what's known as super cruise, that is, to reach Mach 1 and above without the need to use the afterburner.
had just enough in it to keep the student on his or her toes. You don't really want an aircraft that's too high in service. This very attractive one, an N2S from the US Navy built. It's believed in about 1942 or 43, 220 horsepower for its Continental R670 engine, and you could go flying in this. Sue Girdler and TG Aviation offer trial flight trips with this aeroplane out of the very attractive grass airfield at Penn Farm near Hyde in Kent, taking in places like the Battle of Britain Memorial at Capel-le-Fern and so forth. 5 women pilots were organised by a lady by the name of Nancy Harkness-Love into what was known as the WAFS, the Women's Auxiliary Ferrying Squadron, headquartered at Newcastle Army Airfield in Delaware. They formed a very similar sort of outfit to our own air transport. And among the aircraft on which the Wasps trained were Boeing Stearman K-decks like this one. Followed on earlier efforts whereby Jacqueline Cochran, one of the leading female aviators of the a further way of bringing women pilots into that ferrying squadron was required. So it was by the US Congress, and indeed later there was a long and so Sue Girdler completing her sequence with the Boeing Stearman K-deck.